Cael, what's it been like acclimating to Nebraska this last few months?
I mean, yeah, it's been great so far. All the guys have been super welcoming to me. So, I mean, obviously, it's been great so far just to get to know guys who are kind of like-minded like me, who want to strive for wins, strive for success, and just to be better overall. So that's kind of what I was looking for, and these guys have definitely made that possible. So,
how can you tell this is an older group?
I guess I mean, obviously, in the classroom you can tell that we're old, but just the presence everywhere around, just talking to guys, whether it's in the dining hall or here at the practice field. I mean, everyone's just so mature with how they go about things. No one's really worried about who's not getting their work in because everyone trusts everyone. So we know that everyone's going to get their work in and everyone's trustworthy. So we just trust each other, and that's how it works.
Has there been any big adjustment for you?
I'd say the biggest adjustment was just you can't really take it bats off. Everyone here is talented, and I've learned that. So I just can't really take anything for granted, and I just have to be ready to compete each and every pitch. So that's the biggest takeaway.
With a veteran roster, I mean, what's the competition kind of been like, in the fall, and then also kind of carrying over to now to the start of the season?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's been great. Obviously, we have, which I think is the best part of our team is the depth that we have. I feel like we can roll out a different roster if we need to every game. So every guy, whether they're in the lineup or not, is ready to have an impact on that game. And I feel like that's helped us throughout the fall, just because we all have to earn what we get. So I feel like that's pushed us each and every day to help each other get better and help ourselves individually get better. So.
This is a word question, but you wrestled in high school.
I did, yeah.
How did that help? Did that help you at all in baseball?
So yeah, I mean, I feel like wrestling's a big part of my life. Actually, my dad is he's a ref for D1 wrestling, so he refs in the Big Ten. So I've kind of grown up watching wrestling, just being around wrestling my entire life whether it's the Big Ten tournament, Big Ten duels, whether it's the national tournament. I've kind of seen it all there. So I'd say my baseball, like I try to take wrestling into that because wrestling's kind of a one-on-one sport, and I kind of try to take that with me when I'm hitting against the pitcher, kind of. So I kind of like to use that mentality when I play. So yeah.
You also played football, so there's a different team mentality there as well.
Right, for sure, yeah. So I mean, for football, it's kind of unique because every guy has to do their job, whether it's blocking, whatever it may be. So that's unique because you got to have trust on everyone to be able to just make the block, make the play, whatever happens. So yeah, having that trust in football and wrestling, I feel like has helped me a lot in baseball.
When you were in the Summit League and you looked over and you played a Big Ten team or whoever, Creighton, whatever, do you look over and say, I can play there? I mean, baseball is baseball.
Right. I mean, yeah, I feel like obviously I can play wherever I've shown that I can play wherever I've played so far. So I feel like I always have that confidence in me to play wherever I've played. So, I mean, I feel like the only difference, obviously, is there's a lot more people in the stands just to watch and stuff like that, so the atmosphere is a little different. But I like that stuff. So, I mean, it was always fun last year to go to those bigger parks and play against those teams. Whether we won or lost, it was always a really cool experience to play against those guys. So.
What do you make of the pitching staff from what you've seen, your guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Obviously, I feel like we have depth. We have a lot of guys that can start, a lot of guys in the bullpen, and a lot of guys that can close games for us. So, I mean, I feel like that's one of our strong suits is our pitching staff, and we have a lot of guys that we can trust, a lot of guys that have proven that they're capable of pitching not only here but at the next level too. So I feel like we have a lot of trust in our pitching staff.
What do you feel like you kind of individually bring to this lineup?
I feel like I bring just experience. I feel like I've been kind of at every level. I've played at junior college. I've played at mid-major D1, so now I'm at Power 4. So I feel like I've kind of just seen what it's like at different programs, different levels, and I feel like I can bring that experience. And then just kind of offensively, I feel like I can bring some power and hopefully some average and stuff like that. So I feel like I can drive in some runs and help the team that way as well. So.
Any particular player growing up that you kind of modeled your approach at the plate after?
I wouldn't say that really. I just feel like I liked the Angels growing up, so I always grew up watching Mike Trout. So Mike Trout's always been a guy I've watched and followed along in his career, and he's been great to watch. So yeah.
Cage rats like to hang out with cage rats. Do you see a lot of them here?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, me and my roommate, Riley Silva, we like to come down here a lot and hit, and whenever we do, I mean, we always see guys down here coming to hit, getting their work in, whether it's at night or just before, like in between their class schedule, whatever it may be. So it's always cool just to see guys down here getting their work in, and you can kind of just come in here on your own too, and most likely there'll be a guy here that you can hit with, so it's pretty nice.
Hey, Cael, you came here, this would have been your senior year, and there was that ruling
Correct.
last
Yeah,
month with
right.
the JUCO thing. What did you make of that and the possibility that maybe this could be a 2-year thing?
I mean, yeah, obviously it's crazy. that happened, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of just taking it day by day and just trying to get as good as I can, just better each day. So I mean, I'm kind of just focused on this year and trying to be successful with this team right now. So we'll see what happens after that.
Team goals, just in general, what are you guys hoping to accomplish this
Team
season?
goals, yeah. I mean, obviously every day in our offensive packet we have host a regional, so that's first and foremost is just to host a regional here in Lincoln. I feel like we feel like that's the easiest way that we can get to Omaha, which is the ultimate goal. So yeah, hosting a regional is first and foremost.
Thanks, Cael.
Perfect. Thanks guys. Yeah. Excuse me.